She's a slow learner, so she learns very slowly. Her interest is tidying, so that's handy, and she's buff, obviously. Her stress reduction is destructive. Hello, I'm Noodle and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I've just noticed that Twinkie is the only guy that is unhappy right here, and Camille is the only one that's happy. Anyway, before we start with more tips from the community, because there is a whole boatload of them, we do have another subscriber who wants to be named in this game, have a duplicant named after them, so that's with Frankie. We'll choose Frankie and we will change you to Scales. So welcome to the colony, Scales. That did change, yeah, didn't it? Yep, cool, Scales. Right, so with the community tips, I got a whole bunch of them once again, and I think I'm going to start with someone called a Kukweza from the actual Oxygen Not Included forums. Now he said that mush bars, which is what I'm thinking, which I think is what I'm making right now. Wow, that was bad wording. Mush bars, which is what we're making right now. This will eat through our water and our dirt and ultimately kill us, he says. So we do have to upgrade to meal lice as soon as possible, which I'm assuming is what we're farming with here. So we'll get that done as quickly as we can. He also mentions that 5 duplicants that are like specialized in separate tasks rather than 5 duplicants that are just okay at everything is preferable. So it's just better to have that rather than, you know, a bunch of people who are just like jack of all trades overall, which I don't know if I've actually done that or not, but I'm gonna have a look quickly up in the priorities menu up here. So we can just tell with the pinkness or the purpleness that appears. So it seems like we've got like an okay amount of people who do like specialize in slightly different things from each other, so I'm quite happy with that. He also said that we should make the latrine into an actual room, so basically use walls and a door to make it into a room, and at that point the room does become a latrine, I believe. So the room overlay up this way, up the top right of the screen here, room overlay. It'll go light blue once it is a room, and it gives a stress relief bonus. So the room criteria is it requires a toilet, a wash station, no industrial machinery. Minimum size has to be 12 tiles, and maximum size is 64 tiles. So we'll get that going. Most likely once we start having a bit better oxygen, like going around, because I'm thinking if we seal it up as a room, there's not going to be anywhere for the oxygen or the carbon dioxide to go. And if we got no ventilation, which we do have right here, to be honest, then there won't be any oxygen in here for people to breathe as they go to the toilet, which would kind of suck. So thank you for those tips there, Kukweza. Much appreciated. So we'll move into onto some tips from Zergologist. Sorry if I said that wrong. Who gave me some tips on the Oxygen Not Included forums as well. He basically said that we should try shearing Drecos, which I believe, no, that's a hatch. What's a Dreco? Where are they? Is that you? No, you're a puffed. Drecos. I can't find any Drecos anywhere. I'm assuming that it's going to be a plant of some sort, or that it's an animal that you can shear. That's thimbleweed. But basically it gives you some sort of fiber, which you can also find lying around if you can pick it up, which can be used for exosuits and other clothing in the game. Now I haven't gotten as far as exosuits or even clothing for that matter, so I'm going to be... We'll come to that kind of thing when we come to it. But he did say that when we do get to exosuits, feed the exosuits with suits with oxygen, preferably from or with an electrolyzer. Wow, how the hell did I not say that right the first time? Electrolyzers are good for using to fill up your exosuits with oxygen. So thanks for that, Zygologist. Stonehammers has also left a bunch of tips, which I'm not surprised, to be honest, with that last wall of text. He left a slightly smaller wall of text this time, which is nice. Thank you very much, Stonehammers. But he said that wiring can only carry 1 kilowatt of power at any given time. Now, if I could find the wiring tab somewhere, power overlay. There you go. This wiring. It is yellow. It's strained. Right. So 1 kilowatt, that would be what, 400 watt? What am I on about? 1000 watts. So this thing produces 400 watts. What consumes? So this thing here consumes 240 watts. So why is it strained? What's going on here? How do I check what the actual... Ah, there you go. I can check the strain and how much is being used. So the potential power consumed... So... Oh, God. Wrong button. This wire is potentially going to have 540 watts going through it at any point in time, but the maximum safe voltage is 1000 watts. So it's strained for now. So as long as you stay under 1000 watts, I'm pretty sure it's fine. I think that these wires can get damaged if they become red with the underpowered. These circuits consume more power than they can produce. Buildings may frequently shut off when connected to underpowered circuits. Strained, these circuits consume nearly all power they produce but can still function as intended. So strained is totally fine, so that's all good. You can also see the difference with what's a producer and a consumer. So basically this thing here produces 400 watts and the consumers, these here consume 240 watts. So they're white. And you got a switch button here. So I'm guessing that you can turn switches on and off. Stonehammers also did mention that to avoid any problems with the overheating or strained wires, or the wires becoming underpowered basically, you can just build a separate network elsewhere to allow power to run through some different wires elsewhere. I think I explained that right, I'm not entirely sure. So at the end of one of the cycles in the last episode, it did say insufficient oxygen being produced up the top left here. But Stonehammers has basically said that we shouldn't really worry about that at all because it was just in the last cycle. As long as everything is light blue, that's the wrong button, light blue, then you're going to be totally fine basically. You got nothing to really worry about. It's not a big deal. He did also confirm something I was talking about last episode about me messing around with the priorities. If I can find, just select something to actually like build up now. Like when you build something, you can select the priority of it being built. So I had selected things to be built at 9 priority, which is the highest priority here. And after I had finished building it or finished plopping it down, what I should have done was gone back to this here number or back to another number and, well, one of these numbers and like reset it back down to 5 because it saves what you had last time. So I was building everything at like a priority of 9 everywhere. I should really turn off this overlay. There you go. So because of that, it was all set to like number 9 priority, the highest priority. That just meant that in the end, the high priority was just a normal priority. So it wasn't really helping at all. So nothing like this outhouse, it just didn't get built because everything else was on high priority. I said that way too many times. The handy thing that we can do is the sub priority down the bottom here. We can click on this button and we can check what the priority of everything that is happening in the base. So that's incredibly handy. For some reason, these are on 5s. I'm guessing these guys have auto harvest. No, they don't. They do not. Well, for some reason, they've got a priority on them, but that's fine. Let's go back into the sub-priority menu here. So what I've done for now, I've increased the priority of these 2 latrines up to 9. Latrines. They are latrines. They're not latrines. So the room is going to be called latrines. Latrines. The outhouses is what they are called. Outhouses. There you go. So what I've done, I've increased the priority for these outhouses to be emptied to basically maximum priority, so these guys always have somewhere to go to the toilet, because I don't really want them peeing everywhere again, you know, or getting the water supply full of germs, which it is still, you know. It's still got food poisoning capabilities or possibility, which really sucks. I did just notice, though, that this here, these things, it doesn't seem like it's going to work with the wires. So I'm going to have to cancel. I have to cancel all of this. And there you go. Just like stop building it. Anyway, Stonehammer said that it's probably best that we don't build this right now. Whoop. We do want to build that so they can dig away at this. I should probably set this here to be dug as well. Whoop. So yeah, where was I going with that? The sub-priority menus. I don't know. But he did mention another thing, right? Up the top here, priorities. So, tidy. Tidy is for sweeping, mopping, disinfecting objects. Never mind, this might be a bad example. Well, so a better example would be the life support, because I've got the stuff that I can show that with. So, let's just say that Twinkie does the life support because he does. And I go into this sweep. Oh, wow. So, sub-priorities menu right now. Oh, God. What am I doing? Sub-priority menus, there you go. These two are set to 8, and well, these are the oxidizers. And if I set these algae terrariums down to 7, Twinkie will go work on these before he goes to work on these. I'm thinking that's how the sub-priority system works along with the priority system. Correct me again if I'm wrong, please do. I have a tendency to be wrong from time to time. Or most of the time. He did mention that gas pumps use quite a bit of power for the size of my base currently, so maybe best not to use them. So for now, to have the oxygen spread around my base, it's okay just to leave it open for a while, because, you know, the same reason with the wires right here. I mean, the wires and the consumption and the amount that I can produce, I might not be able to really sustain gas pumps as of yet. Now, if I could just check how much the gas pumps use, I should have done that before I got rid of it. Well, they use 240 watts of power, so that doesn't seem too bad. But for now, I think I'm just going to go along with Stonehammer's advice, because he definitely knows the game better than I do. But Mike or Mikek, I don't know what you want me to call you, as well as Stonehammers, have got their own opinions on these algae terrariums. I've been searching around the forums as well for more information about them, and it seems that some people are on one end, whereas other people are on the other end, saying that it's useless. Some people say that it's not entirely useless to have algae terrariums, and there's a small discussion about it on the Steam page, or not the Steam page, but the discussion page that I've got set up for hints and tips, which I will leave a link into the description for. But in the same discussion, someone came along called Headning, and he basically gave some positives and negatives to, you know, using algae terrarium. So that's what I'm gonna talk about them, or I'm just gonna mention them basically. So the first one is it uses half of the amount of water. The second one is that it can save on carbon scrubbing. The third one is polluted water you get from them can be used to kill heat in a sieve and create dirt. Now, I've not gotten to the point of using a sieve yet, so I'm not fully understanding what that is. I just know that it's going to reduce the temperature of something at some point. The negatives are that it requires duplicants time, and it doesn't produce hydrogen for AETN, which I don't know what that is. If somebody could let me know in the comments below. The last con is that polluted water needs cleaning. So thank you all for the lovely tips that I got there again. The community for this game is pretty damn brilliant. I'm loving the fact that you can just jump on and ask for help of anybody that you want. Just ask for help and somebody will come along and help you with it or give you hints and tips. It's a really nice, good community of people. I do hope also that I managed to explain all that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I think we should really just get started. So with these here being no wire connected, or not having any wire connections, I'm gonna guess that the wires were removed, so I think I'm gonna go grab some wires. There you go. So maybe did the wires get removed when I was trying to build those pipes? Can you not build pipes over wires? Do I just need to push play on the game? Oh, I just needed to push play on the game. It's all good, it's all good. Right, so the first thing we want to get done for definite is definitely farming, because we do want to upgrade to the meal lice, which you get from a certain plant, which I'm hoping that I have the seeds for, because seeds are required to plant things. So I'm hoping I've come across a load and I've found some. Got Camille there, she's moving some water along, maybe to over here. I've got to watch this quickly. Wait, where'd she go? Where'd Camille go? Oh, there she is. Oh, she's collecting like loads of water as she's going along. I do want to see what it looks like when she drops it off here. I just want to see how much it drops off with like half a bottle of what she's carrying. A single drop. Just a single drop. This is going to take a while to like fill up, at least at this rate. So we've got Twinkie building away at the wash basin here. I want to change the direction of that as quickly as possible. And do I want to increase the priority of when it's being done? What's the priority of this? It's 8. So we definitely want to increase that to an 8. So if I click on an 8 here, and then I click 8 on that, there you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. You can change the priorities from this menu. Thanks again, Stonehammers. Great advice. Very helpful. So yes, back to farming. What I'm going to do, I do want this to get built pretty soon. I'd rather have it done before anything else. I should also, considering the way how algae terrariums are, I should probably remove a bunch of these. So stop building them. Like so. I'm gonna have maybe just the one algae terrarium down here, just for the carbon dioxide that's down here, and I'm gonna put one of the algae deoxidizers down the bottom here, just because it seems like it would be a better place to have it. But for now, I want to increase the sub priorities here, and I do want all of this here to get done as quickly as possible. It might help if I set, you know, dig here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up. From that, and there you go. Set all that to be dug. Go into the sub priorities, maybe give it a 7. Can you drag and yes you can. There you go. Please get that farming done as soon as possible, because we don't want to be dying because we got no water or dirt, which is entirely a possibility as said by Kukweza. That's a hell of a name, by the way. Kukweza. Right, so let's get some of these here done. We'll get rid of these. We'll deconstruct 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. There you go. Get rid of all them. Leave the priorities as they are for now. And yeah, that'll be it. So let's just, we'll just sit up here and wait for this to get built. There's not really anything else I can follow up on currently. Except for maybe the research. How's the research doing? Research? 10 out of 15. Advanced research is done soon, so that we can do the jobs board pretty soon, hopefully. And the supercomputer, which conducts intermediate research to unlock new technologies. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Alright, so it's probably going to take quite a while for this to get... Quite a while? What am I on about? Quite a while to get all this done. So I'm going to fast forward time. Nothing else is really requiring my attention at the moment, and I would like to get some progress done in this episode. So we'll just sit back and watch, really. Or I will sit back and watch, because I will probably cut all of that out. So we've got some plant boxes here. Do we have... We got mealwood seeds, which is perfect. We'll grab a bunch... There you go. We'll just build a whole bunch of mealwood seeds. Can you get out of my way, Twinkie? Why are you shining? What is going on? I'm going to pause that quickly. Twinkie, why are you shining? What does that mean? Okay, after some looking around on here, I can't see what it would be, but I'm going to guess that his construction is probably leveled up. That's what I'm going to go with. It's just like, boom, level up. So I'll stick with that. Anyway, let's do some more mealwood seeds. We've got 6 of them. Let's have a little read of what they do. So the life cycle is 3 cycles. The temperature needs to be 10 to 30 degrees, which is nice. Air pressure needs to be 150 grams minimum, which is a pretty cool little added feature to this game. You gotta have the right air pressure for it. It's okay to grow it in oxygen, polluted oxygen, and carbon dioxide, so it's quite a resilient plant. Dirt, minus 10 kilograms per cycle for a farm plot. It gives meal lice, what am I on about, which gives 600k calories. And base speed, harvest chance 10%, decors minus 2, radius of minus 10 with a radius of 2 tiles. Damn. So we've got that being built in all of these, as well as that one there. And what I should do, because I did see that you can tell people what they're allowed to eat and what they're not allowed to eat. So I don't want them to actually eat the meal lice. I want the meal lice to be, there you go, gone, to be used in the cooker, or this microbe musher, to make a Lucy loaf, which requires meal lice and water, and we will make this continuous or infinite, but we can't do that right now. So I'm just going to have to leave mush bar on just for a little while until we manage to grow some meal lice. And this here will provide us with 1,200 calories per Lucy loaf. What does this one here give us? The mush bar, it doesn't tell us what, 800 calories. Kcals even. So, effects plus 1,700 kcals. Okay, never mind. That's actually freaking awesome compared to the mush bar. So I'm quite happy with that. We'll get that going as soon as we possibly can. Plant blossom seeds. They give bristleberries, which is, you know, food, I guess. Can you use bristleberries? You can do berry sludge. All right, okay, cool. If I change the direction of this here, if I get rid of these, put Lucy loaf as continuous first, and then mush bar as continuous, will somebody still make the mush bar if this is in front of it, and basically just skip it? Because, let's have a look. I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll skip this because there's not enough resources for it, and they'll jump straight to mush bar. We'll wait for a while. We'll see if that happens. So we got this top part almost being done, and I think in the top, I mean, what does... So it needs 5 to 30 degrees Celsius. Can be grown in everything once again. Uses quite a bit of water, and it needs a farming plot. I mean, that's good. I think I'll place you there, because we got 2 seeds for this, so we'll place 2 of them up the top, and we'll just wait for things to get built up. Now, I don't know if I want to increase priority of these. No seed selected. I'm pretty sure I did select seed. Plant. Ah, okay, I actually need to click on plant. What am I on about? Oh, I can't plant it on here because there's a bloody thing above it. Somebody go get rid of that as quickly as possible. Dig. Oh, it's bedtime now anyway. The sub-priority. Get rid of that first, please. And please do dig away at this bit here. Boop. There you go. Priorities have been set to 7 for these plants. There you go. See? There you go. There you go, there you go, there you go. I would really love to get some progress done in this one here. And we should probably increase just that one bed up to a 9. Because we've got 5 duplicants and there's only 4 beds. And it must suck for whoever it is that's sleeping on the floor to actually sleep on the floor. Now, a question for all you people at home. Why does this keep happening? I'm pretty sure that I chose to have this dug away. What is this? I have to keep choosing to get it like dug away. That's weird. I don't like it. It should stop. So I'll carry on with these, speeding up of the time a bit here, and we will place another mealwood seed here. Can I not? Can I? Oh, I can't click on plant until everything is dug away. What am I on about? What is that? What the hell is that? Oh, that's a Draco. Okay, so these are the Dracos that I got from the tips earlier. This here will, when you share them, you'll get the fiber that you get to use for making exosuits as well as other clothing. So we'll have to train one of them at some point. I don't know how easy or how difficult it is to actually train things like this, but we'll find out at some point. How are we going along up here? What are you guys doing? You're running forth and back to the storage compactors. We're gonna need more space for storage compactors soon. So what I'm gonna do, I should stop fast forwarding time. Ooh, oxygen is oxygen. Oh, wow. Research is complete. We'll do that in a second. We'll do that now because it's more important. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna grab plumbing this time around because it gives you a liquid bridge, liquid pipe, liquid pump, and liquid vent. It's gonna allow us to move liquids around the base at some point. I don't know if that's going to be useful at this stage of our base, but we'll have to... Well, I want to have it done just to have it done. So we can do the jobs board. I don't know where to place you. Do you know, I'm going to place you here. I'm just going to place you there for now. And there is also a supercomputer. Where was I? I was stations. Supercomputer conducts intermediate research to unlock new technologies. We're probably going to need that at some point. I wouldn't mind building a research room somewhere. Somehow, sometime, but for now I think we will just build how much power do you take actually? 120 kilowatts of power. I'm gonna place you over here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll place you over here, and you're also gonna need some wiring. There it is. It takes me way too long to find this shit. There you go. Alright, how are these farms coming along? Is any of this here being dug? What does that mean? Colony lacks apprentice miner. Ah, shit. Okay, the jobs board is going to be really handy then. Let's make you built straight away. I'm quite curious and interested about the jobs. So please do get that done straight away. Somebody, anybody. Fast forward. Way, go Twinkie. Very nice. You done? You done? Yes, you do. Oh, we can have another duplicant as well. We'll do that first. Choose a duplicant. Now we have Nisbet, Ruby, and Abe. Now, who do we want? So Nisbet, she's got a hell of a lot of strength. Good for tidying. She's a slow learner, so she learns very slowly. Her interest is tidying, so that's handy. And she's buff, obviously. Her stress reduction is destructive. Alright, and we've got Ruby, who's good at construction, good at creativity, and definitely good at learning for research purposes. He likes to build and supply. Bottomless stomach, he eats way too much most likely, and interior decorator, which gives him the +3 to the creativity. We've also got Abe, who's got +5 construction and +3 kindness. He's a caregiver and he's germ resistant, but he's flatulent, and I've been warned to stay away from people who are flatulent, so I don't like bottomless stomach, and I'm okay with slow learner, so it looks like it's going to be Nisbet. Nisbet, we will print you. Hello Nisbet, and welcome to the colony. I'll quickly pause it and go on to this priorities tab. I think maybe I should work on the priorities after giving people jobs. So we'll go into here and we'll just change jobs around like that. So we do need another miner basically because we can't dig through some stuff. And Scales, damn Scales, you are good at mining. So we'll put you in that position, I think. Apprentice architect, good for building. Oh, we do have some stuff down here. Oh, okay, we're going to have to choose carefully because we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought we had 6 people. Yeah, where's Scales? Wait, did Scales die? Oh no, I just put him there. What am I on about? Okay, so we got another 5 people that we can place somewhere. Oh, Noodle, you dipshit. So we got the architect. Becoming an apprenticed architect marginally improves the duplicant's construction speeds, and it gives +2 to construction. So I think that's going to be handy for Azumu. I think Azumu can be our new constructor. I think whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to change some priorities around. So Scales is the miner. Basically, his first priority is mining. So we'll jump on to priorities. We'll find Scales, and he's definitely a priority digger. So we'll reduce his tidy down by 1. And we did just make Azumu an apprentice builder. So his building has to be a much higher priority than anything else. So we'll increase you to mostly builder, and then decrease. You can decrease everything by 1, because I do want to keep it as it is. Oh god. Nah, you know it's all good. Anyway, it's just going to be a builder. I'm going to decrease the building, the operate one down by 1, and give someone else a job. That's the wrong button, Noodle. You keep doing that. So go far. Become a gopher. Becoming a gopher will mine. What is happening to me? Basically, it gives them extra carrying capacity and extra strength. We'll need that for someone who's running stuff around, picking things up. So, who's going to be the main person that moves stuff around in the base? Well, nobody apparently, because we do have other people who can do other stuff better. So basically, Twinkie is the artist. for creativity, that's definitely going to be important for him because he's already got like +6 skills on it. The research assistant will be Camille because she's better at it than anybody else. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing? Schmooples and Nisbet. What kind of jobs would you be good at? Oh, I could always select up here, which would be much better. If I did that, that would be so much easier than going through everybody. So Schmooples, you can be the farmhand because you love farming and you're better at farming than anybody else right now. And Nisbet, you can be groundskeeper. Nisbet is qualified for the groundskeeper's position. Relevant skills, tidy, or relevant interest is tidy. Athletics is 1, which is awful. But the groundskeeper will be working on basically the physical strength of Nisbet. So that's good. So we've got people with their jobs. Now we need to change their priorities in the priority section. So Schmooples is basically a farmer, which means that we need to increase her thing to farming, lower her operate a bit, we'll keep care at full because that's important, and leave all the rest as it is. Camille is the research assistant, so she's already got maxed out on the research. Thing is, she is also a cook, so I think definitely keep her on the cook and the research. So while she's not cooking, she can go do research. But then again, if she's always cooking, she's never going to do research. But we have completed research even with that in mind, so I think we'll leave it as it is. So that's good for Camille. New guy Nisbet is the groundskeeper, if I could just hide this away. So we want to keep you on tidy, basically. That's your most important thing, as well as a bit of a supply and storage. I think we'll keep you like that. Maybe change you around that way for some reason. You're also good at, combat, so we'll keep you at that. You're decent at digging, so we'll keep you like that as well. Then again, groundskeeper supplies, doesn't he? So supply and then storage, I think. So tidy, supply, storage. I think that's you sorted. And then we had Twinkie, who's creative, which definitely affects art. So we will definitely, we'll increase your art to maximum as well as you building straight after that. Hopefully that's a good little mixture we've got there. We'll just have to see how it goes, basically. So now that our jobs board is done, these guys should come along here and put some hats on according to what their job is. So Scales, are you first?